welcome back to the Fred Everiss Challenge with me, Bomber Herald. Now, bringing you 2 games today, one against Swansea away, and then the final game of the season against Crystal Palace, for which we're at home. And things have been going pretty well for us. We're currently 5th in the Premier League, chasing down a Champions League spot. Let me just say that again, just in case you thought I was joking. Champions League spot. Now, we've got 2 games left to play. Win both of them, we're pretty much in Europe. Manchester City are in the FA Cup final. They're playing Burnley. They're probably going to win that, so we could. I don't want to say we could finish 6th and qualify for Europe, but it's looking good. European qualification is looking good. With 3 points off a Champions League place, I want to get there. Southampton have got to play Chelsea at the end of the season, so if we win both our games, hopefully Southampton will slip up in one of their games, and we can go into the Champions League, which would be absolutely unheard of for West Brom. Now, I do want to, before we go into the match, just show you a couple of players. Number 1, Mark Herald, 16-year-old utility player. Really, he's a winger at the moment, but he's not going to be. He's going to be a shadow striker for us. Now, you might be saying, Mark Herald, it's a bit of a strange surname. Well, yeah, he's my son, Bomber Herald father. So, 2nd season of the game, and I've got a son generate. Never seen it before. Football Manager, let's just say, and career highlight. Son Mark Herald begins his football career with West Brom. Van Dabidozi. I mean, that is delighted. He's okay. When he first came through, he was a 2.5-star potential player. Now he's 3.5-star, maybe 4.5-star potential player. So it's he's going to be playing. There is going to be nepotism at West Brom. I'm going to be open and honest about that. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. Of course I'm going to play my son. Matthew Woodley has come through the youth ranks as well, and I mean, he looks fantastic. He's 15 years old. It's already worth 150k. We're going to sign him up on a professional contract. We're going to develop him as far as we can, and then we're going to sell him with a nice percentage sell-on fee, because we don't play wingers. I don't want to be spending my whole managerial career retraining these players. I mean, it's interesting to see almost every decent young player that comes through plays out on the right. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, he's a striker, but also right winger. He's being retrained as a shadow striker because he can play there, and that's what we use. Friday George. Now, he is an exception to the rule, and he's got an absolutely wonderful name. I think it's fantastic. I love this name for a regen. Friday George. It's brilliant. I'll sign him for his name. His potential ability shot up again as well. He was a 2.5-star potential, and he's now a 3.5-star. So I don't know what's going on there. All I can think is my assistant manager 14 potential, whether that's accurate or whether he is actually closer to 2.5, 3-star, I don't know. But he's doing all right. He's going to come through. He's got lots of determination, which is something I definitely like. Not really much else to write home about in terms of the rest of the youth players that came through. I mean, they're all pretty much I released a handful of them as well because they were 1.5-star potentials. I mean, I'm regretting it now because these players, Friday George and Mark Herald, have shot up, and I don't know about Matthew Woodley, but I think he's shot up as well, so I may live to regret releasing them so early, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. We've got loads of youth players coming through now, so we're not struggling. We've also got scouts finding youth players for us all the time, so yeah. So there we are. So tactics for the match then. Darryl Hornby's going to go in goal. Benoit Costel and Ben Foster both injured. Darryl Hornby's come in, 16-year-old. He's scored. He's kept 2 clean sheets for us in the Premier League already, and he's kept 19 clean sheets in 30 games in all competitions. In the under 23s where he's been playing. He's kept 9 clean sheets, kept 5 clean sheets in 5 appearances in Czech Trade Trophy. So yeah, he's. I was a bit nervous about putting him in because I was like, I'm going to play a 16-year-old. What is going to happen? I thought we were going to get absolutely spanked, but no, he's kept 2 clean sheets. So he will start. We've got John Evans, Reece Burke, Mason Holgate as our defenders. Rico Henry is in for the suspended Pocagnoli. Claudio Jacob as Regista. Alexander Arnold as a right wing back. Got Sam Field in for the suspended Andrea Poli and Naby Keita as our central midfielders. With Roberto Soldado and Tyler Roberts up front as shadow strikers. Now, Tyler Roberts, I've been bigging him up all season, and as you can see there, he's scored 15 goals this season. I mean, in all fairness, some of them are in the other trophies. I mean, there's 7 Premier League goals in 16 appearances, which is still good for a teenager. Don't get me wrong, it's still good. And he scored 7 goals in the Czech Trade Trophy. So I don't know how we're doing in the Czech Trade. It's not something that I'm bothered about. But yeah, he's doing well. So yeah, it's all looking good for West Brom after last season's disastrous performances. We've done okay this season. So we'll without further ado, let's get on with the match. And then so here we are then at game time. Now, we're going to passionately say, we could potentially move into qualification spot with a win here. We're expecting you to deliver. And, as always, they don't give a toss. But, it's one of these. I'm used to having to do this now. It's what it is what it is. But let's get on with the match. Did I even press it? Is it taking forever? Yeah, it's just taking forever. So it's we are Harry Keita, Alexander Arnold. Now, Alexander Arnold, if we do get into the Champions League, I'm hoping we get a shit ton of money. Apologies for the language. But yeah, a shit ton of money, and we're going to use a lot of it to sign Alexander Arnold if Liverpool let us have him. He's a fantastic player. Now, Man City are winning their game. Soldado, what a free kick that is! That's a Champions League quality free kick. Let's see it then in 3D. I mean, over the wall, into the top corner. Fabianski can't do anything about that. And look at that. West Brom are now in 4th place. 4th place in the Premier League. Jesus. I mean, this has been a bonkers season. I mean, we're not going any higher than 4th, but 4th is still a good season. I mean, it's been an enjoyable season, this one, to play. Not like last year. Naby Keita. I mean, last year with some of the results we were having, I was ready to bin off gaming altogether, not just Football Manager, but actual gaming. Start crocheting or something. But it's it's been fun to play this season. I mean, there have been tough matches, but overall it's been good. As Field to Soldado to Rico Henry to Tyler Roberts to Soldado off the post. I mean, did you see the link-up play between Roberts and Soldado there? That's what it's all about. We don't need Dominic Solanke. Naby Keita now to Mason Holgate, to Alexander Arnold, and yeah, did nothing with it. So yeah, I mean, the young players have really shone through this season, and it's been enjoyable. Tyler Roberts 6.7 rating. Brilliant. So let's have a look. Happy with the performance so far, keep it up. They always seem to react better to that. Do we need to do anything else? Jeff Greenwood, is he? He's bags of flair. Now, for the time being, we'll keep it as it is. Jeff Greenwood is going to come on at some point, because I want him to get some game time this season in the Premier League, as Naby Keita hits it from range. Now, the only thing about this formation is it's very good defensively, but because we've not got an out-and-out striker, it does mean that we hit a lot of shots from long range. which, I mean, I'm sure we can tinker about with player instructions to limit that as Swansea start to pile on the pressure. And we need to clear this away, and like Remy, oh, disaster. They did this to us when we met them earlier in the season. We absolutely hammered them in terms of possession and shots, and they nicked a 1-0 win. I mean, they're a bit of a bogey side. This should have been cleared here. Like Remy, I mean, that's just not good enough. That really isn't good enough defending. We've now dropped down to 6th as Southampton are winning their game. And Man City are. So, European dream is... I mean, I don't want to get there just because Man City have won the FA Cup. I want to get there because we've finished in the European place in the league, but I'll take anything I can get. It's better than 17th place, after all. Because now Henry Soldado, he's got support in the middle. Navigator! It's 2-1! Get in there! 63 minutes gone and we're back up to 4th place in the league. Do with Southampton drawing or losing just to take the pressure off, but I mean that's a tidy finish. Done well now. Let's have a look. Rico Henry, he's playing too well. Tyler Roberts. I mean, I don't want to change it, but we'll bring Nasser Chadley on for Tyler Roberts just for a bit of creativity there. And at the back, I think I don't want to make substitutions just for making substitutions yet. I do want to bring Jeff Greenwood on, but Rico Henry is just playing too well. I can't justify taking him off as now we're being put under pressure again. If we could just nick that ball, we've got no one back. Now Navigator to Soldado. Holds it up. Oh! Jack Cook goes through. That's his second yellow. He's off. Bye-bye. Bye. So now we need to go through. We need to see out this. Rico Henry's looking tired. So yeah, it's about time Jeff Greenwood came on. Rico Henry, you've been fantastic in this match. You've earned your rest. So I don't think we need to make any more changes at all. No, everyone's looking fresh. Everyone's looking motivated. Let's do this. Nice, we could just nick another one. Sam Field! 3-1! That secures the win. Man City are drawing now, so we're 2 points ahead of them. Come on! Keeping the dream alive. I could sing now, but I don't think anyone really wants to hear that. As I just realised I'm not holding the microphone. Oh, the sound is probably garbage on this video because the microphone is too far away from my face. Not anymore, but well, we'll see what happens. But that is a fantastic win, 3-1 away from home. We're passionately, I'm very happy with the result and the way he played because I am. Let's have a look. Rico Henry, calm, proud of your performance today. You earned your rest. Brilliant. He needs that. I don't think I need to be. No, don't need to be talking about anyone else. Brilliant. So yeah, we've done well. Southampton still have a game in hand. I thought Southampton would play. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Right. Forget all that stuff I was talking about. Southampton. In the match they must play tomorrow. But yeah, we're currently 4th in the Premier League. So yeah, brilliant. So we'll go away now. Bonuses paid out. Following bonuses paid out. West Brom qualifying for the Europa League. So we've already done it. We're in the Europa League. We're in the Europa League. No, we're not in the Europa League. We're not in the Europa League yet. It clearly doesn't say that we're in the Europa League. I really wish I'd loaded up the correct names thing because it bugs me. ECC. Oh. I mean, I'm sure that's Champions League and that's Europa League, but yeah. So we've got a news article that says we've qualified for the Europa League. We better have qualified for the Europa League. If we paid Crystal Palace £1 million for qualifying for Europa League, we better bloody be in there. But I'll go away now, and we're going to save this in case it crashes, and I'll see you in time for the next game. Right then, guys, we're back for the final match of the Premier League season. We're at home to Crystal Palace. Now, let's just have a quick look at the table and how things stand. So, we still need, well, realistically, we need a draw to qualify for the Europa League. A draw will see us finish 5th. Unless Man City pull something magical out of the hat and win 9-0, we're gonna finish 5th with a draw. We've got the superior goal difference. Now, if we win and Southampton lose, Southampton have to lose against Chelsea. If we win and Southampton lose, we'll qualify for the Champions League, and that is the scenarios. Obviously, if we lose, we can drop down to 6th. So, we've got then, so the last games of the season. So, I've got to play mine, and then I've got to wait for the next day to find out if I'm in the Champions League. What? It's supposed to be the final match of the season. Why are they playing them over 2 separate days? That would never happen. Sort it out. So, well, we're going to play. We'll get into 4th place with a win, and then we've got to anxiously wait a day to find out if Southampton lose Chelsea or not. Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, on with the match. So, team selection then. Sam Field did well, so he will stay in. Andrew Poli's suspended anyway. Do you know what? We're going with the same team that just got us that win. That's what we're doing. We're going to stick with the same players. We're going to have faith, and we're going to go through with that. Squad number will have to be given to one player in the squad. What? We did this last time, mate. 41. Oh, God. Don't tell me my Football Manager's cocking up. I've got another 44 seasons to play yet, which I am looking forward to. So now that is a defensive formation. Luis Enrique, Manchester City manager, has been accusing Crystal Palace of going easy on us and all that sort of stuff. So it's added an extra dimension to the game. Hopefully it doesn't affect us and we can go out there and win. We are at home, and yeah, we've got a good side. We've got Naby Keita as the rock in the centre of midfield, so it's looking good for us now. Rico Henry again, back to Jakob, Sam Field, Jakob, Keita. Now, can he find a runner? No, he can't. He's going back. Rico Henry, Jakob. I mean, they've got too many men back. I think we might have to go for it. Naby Keita's through. It's 1-0 after 2 minutes. 1-0. The Champions League dream is alive. I'm really not going to sing. Keeping the dream alive. Please stop commenting. Tyler Roberts, I mean, that is a ball. Naby Keita bursting into the box. That's what the box-to-box midfielder is there for. I mean, he's just explosive, and he is the best £35.5 million I've spent on Football Manager. Officially. I say that about every player I sign who does well for me, to be fair. I get overly dramatic, but, for dramatic purposes. Now, Man City are winning against Newcastle. Sam Field comes across off the woodwork. I mean, it doesn't really matter what Man City are doing at the moment. If we win this, we don't have to worry about their result. It's just tomorrow's result against Southampton, because obviously they can't play today. Alexander Arnold cuts it out. Naby Keita, Tyler Roberts, Fine Soldado just doesn't have the pace. Naby Keita now, and he's brought down. Johan Cabaye is in the book. He's off. There's a 2-footed lunge. Berto Soldado. Oh. Couldn't have gone in, could it? Couldn't have gone in. Oh, we've got a corner. Keita. Tyler Roberts! What a finish! The young lad's 16th of the season, and that is a fantastic finish. I mean, completely unmarked on the edge of the area, and he just, first time, volleys it into the back of the net. We're giving the fans a treat here at the Hawthorns from the final day of the season. Absolute treat. Veteran players always look complacent. Very happy with how things are going. Keep it up. Not aggressive, not aggressive, not aggressive. I have faith in you. And I have faith in you. I don't know why I'm singing it, but that's just what's happening. Let's roll with it. Now then, Rico Henry. I'm not going to make any changes. I'm not making changes for the sake of changes. We've been playing fantastically in that first half. Let's see how the second half goes. Soldado to Alexander-Arnold, and that's the end of highlight. Could just cut that bit out. And they've not learnt the lesson. Soldado was left there unmarked on the edge of the box. We'll keep him out there. Henry. Now Jakob to Keita, Tyler Roberts, Alexander-Arnold over there. Soldado! 3-0! 17th of the season, 200 league goals in his career. Roberto Soldado. He may whinge, he may sulk, but he delivers. And that is the important thing. The club captain on the final day of the season drifts in unmarked, back post. Keeper doesn't even attempt to save it because he knows he can't. It's 3-0. Europa League qualification is sealed. Absolutely delighted. Jeff Greenwood, come on, make his appearance. Right, we're going to bring Nasser Chadli on for Claudio Jakob, and then Chadli is going to swap with Naby Keita, and I think Naby Keita is alright as a regista. Yes, he is. And do we want to bring anyone else on? No, we don't. I mean, all that hyping up I did of Pogba signing, he's barely used him. It was a backup option. It was just, I just thought it was fun. And here we are. It's another clean sheet for West Brom. The crowd are cheering. They know what's coming. It's Europa League football. West Brom in Europe. Could be the name of a video game if we were still in the 1990s, but not anymore. Alexander-Arnold fires it in. Got 10 seconds to go. 10 men. Crystal Palace were unable to cope, and European football for West Brom in only our second season. What a season it has been. It's been an absolute joy to play this season. It really has. Very happy with the result, the way you played. Everyone has been absolutely tremendous out there. And I mean, well, absolutely fantastic. Look at that record. We've only conceded 32 goals. We've only conceded one more goal than the team that's won the league, which was Arsenal. I mean, that in itself, what an improvement that has been. Absolutely fantastic. We're going to play through now and see how we're doing, where we're finishing. Are we finishing in the Europa League or are we finishing in the Champions League? So we'll go through these. Arsenal win the Premier League. Yeah, we already know that. Keita, West Brom fans purring after fine display. Ooh, he was absolutely fine. Was absolutely fine. So go away. Oh, I'm going to save this because Football Manager does have a habit of dicking me about, really. So we'll be back and we'll see how Southampton got on the last game of the season. Right then, we're back. And it's game day. Make or break for us. Chelsea versus Southampton. We need Chelsea to do us a favour as we've got 1.1 million wage budget, which is what we've had for the past 2 seasons. Transfer budget of 34.13 million. That's brilliant. But that's not what we're interested in. We want to see how this match goes. And West Brom are in the Champions League! Chelsea, you beautiful bastards! You've done it for me! Chelsea 2, Southampton 1, and that means that West Brom finished fourth in the Premier League, qualified for the Champions League. Oh my God! What am I witnessing here? Fantastic! Oh, absolute scenes here. It's God. I've never been so invested Brilliant. Let's have a look. Curtain comes down on the Premier League. West Brom qualified for the Champions League. West Brom qualified for the 2018 Champions League by securing a top 4 finish in the Premier League. We'll look back at some great wins along the way, with perhaps the most notable including an impressive 3-0 dismantling of Chelsea, a 3-1 triumph against Liverpool, an impressive 4-1 dismantling of Southampton. I mean, those are really the results. Oh God, I'm absolutely over the moon. 31.61 million for finishing in 4th. We pay 1.7 million out in bonuses. Let's have a look where that puts us. 35 million in the bank, which is weird because we had 10 million there already. So, right, I don't know, but we've got. Let's have a look at the wage budget we've got left. So we've got £143,000 per week wage budget available and £33 million budget. I mean, we're going to free up some space there. Scouted players, who are we at? So, God, recommended. There we are. Why has that gone like that? Is it scout main details? Yeah, scout main details, because we want to see maximum asking price. I mean, not that it's ever correct, but yeah. So, right, we can start looking at some of these players. I mean, Andre Wisdom, no, you missed your chance. He didn't want to come to us. I don't know whether I recorded or not, but Andre Wisdom tried to sign him at the beginning of the season. Liverpool were letting him go for 3 million. I asked him where he wanted to come, and he wanted 170,000 a week. £170,000 per week for Andre Wisdom. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'll give you a minute to process that. So yeah, I cancelled the deal. So his agent hates me. He probably hates me. I don't care. He missed the boat, son. You're not playing in the Champions League. Liverpool finished way below. So we've got a couple of decent young players here. I mean, I've got to stop adding these players to the shortlist. I always forget because years and years ago used to add players to your shortlist all the time. I always forget this scouting tab exists in scouting, so you don't need to shortlist players. So all these players are like, yeah, West Brom are interested in me because I'm on the shortlist. But you know, Luka Zagror, yeah, to be fair, I probably do want you actually because you do look good. But you know, I've got to stop adding these players to my shortlist all the time. But yeah, well, what an absolutely wonderful season that has been. Has that gone down onto my profile as a career achievement? No, my career achievement is still just my son coming through to league football. So brilliant, fantastic. But yeah, it's God, this is resetting again. But it's what a season it's been. Darryl Hornby, 16-year-old goalkeeper, has played 4 times in the Premier League and kept 3 clean sheets. I mean, he really is a star of the future. Really is. I think his potential ability has just gone up slightly more as well. But yeah, I mean, let's look at it one last time before we go away. I'm probably going to go and touch myself now. That's definitely a joke. Definitely. But yeah, so it's been good. To tell you the truth, I'd have been happy to finish in 10th where Crystal Palace were. I'd been delighted to qualify for the Europa League, Champions League. I didn't even consider it. I really didn't. Even though I know things like that can happen on Football Manager, I didn't consider it, and it's happened. This has probably been my favourite season on Football Manager for a long time, just because of how enjoyable it's been to see young players performing above expectation, a new formation that I've not seen before and I've not used before. I've finally been able to find a formation where Regista works, and I'm so happy because I've had so many players that have been able to play as a Regista and I've not been able to use. So yeah, it's been a fantastic season. Brendan Costal, 16 clean sheets. He has been probably the most important player that we've signed because he's kept those clean sheets. I mean, it's a team game, obviously. Claudio Jakob, Naby Keita play the part, but Benoit Costal keeping the ball out of the back of the net, has driven us to 4th in the league. expectations are going to be high for next season. We're probably not going to win the Champions League, but we've got money coming in now for the Champions League. We can invest in good players. We can bring in exciting youth players, and we can bring in exciting established players. It's going to be one hell of a season next season. It really is. I cannot wait. I'm going to go away. I think I need to lay down. I think I need to calm down with, definitely not have any more coffee. God, no. But yeah, I'm going to go away. We'll come back and we'll go through pre-season next season. We'll go through the signings and we'll see where we are, what we're looking at, who the incomings are, who the outgoings are, and yeah, we'll just get on with things. So until next time, I've been Mama Herald. Thank you for watching. If you do enjoy these videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Comment in the comment section. I know that the middle part of the video, the audio is going to be a bit shitty because for some reason I put the microphone over the other side of the desk, so it's probably picked up my kids playing upstairs more than it's picked up me, but I'm going to keep it in there anyway because it's an important match on there. So until next time, I've been Bomber Herald, and I'm going to say see you later. Champions League football. Jesus Christ.